how do you own your own exit? That was the part that really kind of caught my eye. What does that mean? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think after my last business was sold in 2018, I had the luxury of taking some time off and a lot of reflection, right? And aside from hanging out with family and sleeping and resting and recovering, because that journey for that tech company was over 17 years,
Wow.
I was kind of reflecting on what did I do differently? Because I got a lot of outreach from entrepreneurs asking me, "Can you show me how to do an exit like that?" And I thought to myself, well, I'm no expert on exits, right? Necessarily. Why are these people reaching out to me? And I never paid much heed to it. And the requests kept on coming in. So I thought to myself, I said, well, I must have done something differently. And I think for me, I'm kind of average at most things, but I have a couple of superpowers, I guess. One of them is seeing patterns in things. And I think it's because growing up, I did a lot of different things that my siblings weren't into. I played the piano for many years. I played basketball at a decently high level. I did a bunch of different things. And I think as a youngster, that helps your brain develop in different ways. So I can see little patterns in business and in life sometimes. And then I started to think, well, exit. Well, I've always owned my own exit at each chapter of my career, at least. And what that means is proactively deciding to change. Sometimes that means a pivot or moving on before any kind of drastic, dramatic, negative thing ends up happening. It wasn't just the tech exit, but even the chapter before that. I was at one point a pretty dark place in my life. It was out of alignment for me in terms of what I was doing for a living. And I decided to walk away from seemingly what most people saw as considerable amount of money and a fun lifestyle to go into nothingness to figure out what I was going to do next. But again, I guess that proactive approach to say, hey, you know what? In my heart, my gut says I need to move on now. This chapter is closing. I need to make that change and move on to the next thing. And there's a technique to doing that and figuring out what the next thing is as well.